Out there, we have another weekend to look forward to. A lot of fall festivals and beautiful weather as a ridge of high pressure will be in place. We do have a cold front moving in tonight to our north and west. Most of that rain is staying out of our way, maybe bringing a sprinkle into parts of Virginia, but north of us, we're looking at that front continuing to push east as we go through the morning hours and continue to look at a west northwesterly breeze that could bump temperatures up into the upper 80s. Meantime, down to the south, as we've been enjoying some sunshine and drier air, the folks over Florida have already been getting some tropical moisture. This is not directly related to Milton, but it is an area of low pressure that just formed right off the coast over the last few days. Just been sitting here bringing in rain, so they're dealing with flooding concerns already before the storm moves in. Now, Hurricane Milton is a Category 1 storm, forecast to become a Category 2 soon as we go into your early Monday morning. We're going to be looking at that tracking east as we head out toward the west coast of Florida. A Category 4 storm approaching potentially, and we'll be watching for some weakening, we believe, at landfall. Really, the biggest impact is going to be the heavy rainfall, the intense flooding, and the possibility we could see some catastrophic storm surge as a result of the approach to the coastline. Now, it may slow down once it crosses areas into the Atlantic, but it still takes that northeasterly turn, heading most of the remnants toward Bermuda. Still, though, we might actually see some impacts around the North Carolina beaches. Now, inland, no impact, and we're grateful for that right now. You can see the heavy rainfall, too, anywhere from 5 to 12 inches, anywhere from Hernando as we go farther south, heading down toward the Fort Myers area. So right now, the potential storm surge does seem to be north and east in that northeastern quadrant of the storm. That tends to be the worst, and that's where we're expecting to see some of the heaviest rain as well. And even up through Daytona Beach in Orlando, we may get some very heavy downpours. So storm surge to the north of the storm, 3 to 5 feet in those areas in green, and 1 to 2 feet storm surges for folks up to the north out toward Charleston. But most folks are going to be dealing with storm surge in advance, of course, of landfall, which is expected about Wednesday. Now, later this week for Thursday and Friday, we're also ramping up the possibility of seeing some large swells from Milton. It's going to be close enough that we're going to see some impacts in our waves, rough seas, and those longshore currents could get going along with the risk of rip currents. Now, fortunately, a lot of folks are not in the water typically this time of the year, so we're hopeful that'll keep folks from dealing with too much of the dangers there. But we're looking at the overwash too for the dunes already from actually the long swells that are developing from Kirk, which is sitting up to our north. You can see right now, though, we've got this system crossing into the Atlantic, and before it tracks toward the Bermuda area, you notice some of those wave heights might really increase as this storm is pretty broad. And so this is a problem too with the storm as we look ahead into the next couple of days. We'll be watching this very carefully. We do expect to see some big impacts, at least in the waters of the ocean. And here at the surface, we're dealing with some high surf advisories as a result of Kirk too. Beautiful, though, over the last few days, and we've had some rain this week, right? We have even after Helene to deal with some showers and some thunderstorms. That brought in some rain for folks overnight Friday, and now we're looking at folks who brought in some beautiful pictures. This is from Mike Finley. He showed us this from the earlier in the week over Mount Airy. Just a gorgeous view of that double rainbow. What a great shot. So if you have any pictures for us, please send those to us. We would love to see them this week, especially as we begin to dry out and continue the cleanup efforts from Helene up in the mountains. 63 degrees right now in Greensboro. You're at 66 in Winston-Salem. You're at 59 degrees in North Wilkesboro. It is cooler there, and we are going to see a cooling trend this week. We have a little bit of patchy fog that we're expecting early tomorrow morning, down to under about a half a mile. Not terrible, but something to watch out for you. Our high temperatures today were in the upper 70s on your Sunday. Now we head into your Monday, forecasting 80 degrees in the Piedmont Triad. Lots of good sunshine, and as that front comes through, not a lot of wind, but certainly drier air. You're going to notice that. 70s for folks in the foothills and in the mountains too, upper 60s. Lots of good sunshine. Much drier air is on the way this week, and we continue to look at those temperatures that dip into the 40s for morning lows as a result. Here's your 7-day forecast. Gorgeous conditions, 70s Tuesday and Wednesday, upper 60s by Thursday. What a fantastic fall-like week.
All right, Michelle.